Hello squirrels, welcome to the edited stream shot I promised you. Yeah, I know I should have made it earlier, but I had no time for this. And as you may know, I suck in English to the point I couldn't understand my own stream. But that was my first one, so I can excuse myself, I hope. Alright, let's start. So this time, after getting aware of what streaming is, after 2 tic-tac-toe streams, I decided to begin with something that my channel was supposed to be about. I decided to make a game about other YouTubers. I hope you know Dream, the green manhunt guy who hit 10 million subscribers in a year. Well, he's getting these subs so fast that I decided to make a game about it. I just needed a game concept I could use. Welcome to Like a Dino, a game made by Super Toki. This game's about collecting neck parts. We can switch them to red subscriptions. It requires some dreamy skill. It's green, you get it. The only thing that doesn't fit here is the candy looking style, but it doesn't matter now. Just look at it for a while and we're gonna dig further. Okay, so we got a model and we've got environment. Now the name. I chose Like a Dream, I know, original. To start it, we also need some basic ideas about how this sweet game works. There my stream begins. First, I needed some environment to open this game on my PC.
So I installed Bluestacks. Bluestacks is an emulator of Android. Bluestacks just behaves like a normal Android phone.
You can basically install any app there from the Play Store and it works just like on the standard mobile phone. Sometimes the protected programs won't start due to security reasons.
So we open Like a Dino.
There are some things to consider. First, we need to take a look on how the dino moves.
We have our dino here. Let's say that's the initial position. We move right here, so it just only follows our mouse. But when we want to turn around, so if we have our dino, the head, it stays in the same place, it only reverse, and the rest of the body reflects in this y-axis.
Second thing is collecting neck parts. Sometimes I call them missiles.
When we catch them, all of these neck parts, they just appear in the dino's neck. So our dino's neck extends, depends on the amount of neck parts we caught. The head remains in the same place. Then we have our neck, which extends to the bottom, and the rest of the body just moved about this one neck part we got.
Alright, so we just saw the first not a simple mechanism. The other thing is that we need to synchronize the song with our game.
They are dropping from the sky in some tempo, in the tempo of the song, and when we start playing this game, we see that in this corner we will have the tempo monitor. Well, the tempo is always the same. It's measured in beats per minute.
I explained BPM in my other video too, where I made a YouTuber called Fundy fall from the tower. But in the easiest words, it's just the tempo we're clapping in the riff of the song. And in a more musical way, it's a number of beats of the song which have been played within a minute. It can be measured using some production software like FL Studio, or its approximation using a click pad.
So our one tact will contain 4 quarter notes. When we divide this game into like 16 parts, we will have like 16 pieces on each other. And when it drops to the bottom, we can calculate time it needs to get from this place to this dashed line. This dashed line is actually easy to implement. We just draw a line and we check if missiles don't intersect with this line. And the tempo, well, how to calculate this time?
We can use some formulas. By keeping in mind the BPM is beats per minute or 4/16 notes per minute after transformation, and by dividing a game board into 16 equal parts, and by having the current music time and time the neck parts need to show on the stage, we are able to calculate the actual position. Trust me, it's magic. Are you amazed yet about all of the stuff we're gonna do? So better land, cause there's some more things. We want this game to be synchronized with a YouTube player. Yes, a YouTube player, so everyone will be able to write their own levels.
When we have a YouTube player, it plays not always when we want. Sometimes it plays a little bit further in time and our game just desynchronizes. So we want to make everything synchronized as much as it is possible. Maybe with offset of some milliseconds, it doesn't matter that much.
And the last three things I touch on the rest of the stream are the text that displays over the collected neck parts,
and we see that text. So if you have the intersection point, we display text like some pixels above it.
the responsiveness for different screen sizes.
I want to make our game as much responsive as I can, because the major advantage of the browser is that it can serve both phones and PCs.
And the game speed up after beating the level.
When we got to the end of this song, it starts to create another iteration, but it speeds up a bit, like about 0.2 times. The game was at 1x, right now it will be 1.2x, then 1.4, 1.6 and so on, until you just get all of the strikes out.
All of these three things you can find while watching the rest of my gameplay. We code using JavaScript and React together with Canvas. To connect a YouTube player with our game, we will use a React Player API. We will also use an online code editor called Codesandbox. By visiting a link down in the description, you can preview the code and the current version of the game. If you want to see me writing the code, just follow me on my Twitch channel, and if you find any bug in the game, just post it on my Reddit.
When we want to make a time-dependent game, we need to use Canva. Because when we will do it in React, it will be desynchronized all the time we want to play it. Because the CSS animations depend on the CPU's overloading. So if you use overloaded and it has no resources to share with the game, it just starts to lag. The loop goes by and our animations don't. We want everything to be synchronized as much as we can, so we do the canvas.
And the final thing I made was creating a Trello channel where I plan all the tasks we discussed. Let's bring them all together. First was the dreams movement, then the neck part system and the text which shows up after touching them. Also speeding up after level ends. We want to play music using a YouTube player and synchronize the song's BPM with our game. The major principle we want to follow is that we want this game to be available for many screen sizes. I know these are not the only obstacles we're gonna come across, but I think they are the major ones. Alright, we are getting almost to the end of this video. If you stay here until now, that means you're interested in the things I do. So please subscribe for the awesome things like this. It's gonna help me a lot. On the next shot we are going to render Dreams swing in motion in Blender and implement it in our game. So stay tuned, it's gonna come out soon. Bye!